Hey guys, Cynthia Kendi here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, karibu sana, and please do subscribe to this channel. I want to thank you guys for the support so far. So guys, I know going back natural can be really overwhelming, so I'm going to try and go step by step to make things easy for you, because basically that's why I'm here, to make things easy for you along this natural hair journey. So in the previous video, we said we're gonna love our hair just the way it is, so that we can have the 4 attributes that are gonna see us through the natural hair journey. And if you did not watch, then you really should. I will link it up either here or here, or you'll find it down at the description box below. So after having that bonding love with your hair, the next thing is to know more about your hair, because knowing and understanding your hair will help you get the right products, the right techniques, the right hair care tips, and you could also know what to infuse in your natural hair regimen or what not to infuse, so that you can achieve the beautiful and the healthy hair that you guys want. So one thing you have to note is that we all have different hair types. For instance, my mom's density could not be the same as mine, or my sister's porosity could not be the same as mine. So whatever their hair could be loving could not be what my hair loves. So I really have to study my hair so that I get to know what is right for my hair, or what is wrong for my hair. So I'm going to get down to the nitty-gritty of the characteristics that are used to define the natural hair. So if you really want to know your hair, then stay tuned. So I will start with what I feel is really important that you guys get to understand, and that is hair porosity. Hair porosity is how well your hair can absorb and hold moisture, and it is categorized to 3, that is the high porosity, medium porosity, and low porosity. So your hair has low porosity if when you wet it, it tends to repel moisture, but at the same time holds on to moisture for quite some time. For medium, it lets in enough moisture, at the same time releases enough moisture. While for high porosity, it tends to absorb much moisture quite fast, and at the same time does not hold moisture. So you'll find that your hair keeps drying off more often. So if you have high porosity, you'll have to tend to keep moisturizing your hair each and every time. So how to know your hair porosity? There are 2 methods. One is the float test, and 2 is the slide and the slip test. So I had actually done one of the float tests. So one is you just put water to your glass, say halfway, and then when you comb out your hair, there are usually those strands that just shed off. You don't have like to prick your hair strand so that you do this test. So just use the ones after combing. Like for me, I used after combing out this fro, I used those hair strands to test my hair porosity. I don't know if you guys can see. I don't know if it's quite clear, but mine has also, if it sinks immediately, that's high porosity. If it's halfway, then it's medium. While if it floats, you'll have to check it after like around at most 3 to 5 minutes, you'll have known. So mine, it sank immediately, so that shows that I have high porosity hair. So I'll have to often moisturize my hair because it runs dry more often. Then the other way to know your hair porosity is the slip and slide test, where you hold, say, one of your strands, just one, and then I don't know if you guys can see, after holding the strand, you slide with your other finger up from the root, or from the end going upwards to the root. So if you slide and feel bumps, then you have high porosity. If your hair is fine, then you have low porosity. For the slip and slide, I don't know how to rate the medium porosity. I think if you want to know if your hair is medium porosity, I think the float test is the one that will show. So I hope you guys have noted it, and if you try it, tell me what your porosity is down at the comment section. I would really want to know. 2 is density. This refers to how closely packed your hair strands are, and it is categorized to 3 also. We have the high density, medium density, and low density. So you have low density if your hair strands are scarcely distributed on your head, and for this you'll have to use products like the volumizing shampoos, the volumizing conditioners to help you add up your volume on your hair. Then there's the medium density, whereby they are just averagely distributed over your head. For this you'll have a wide range of products to use. Then there's the high density, whereby your hair strands are closely packed on your head. So for this you'll have to use the heavy products like the gels. So to determine your hair density, I would prefer you use dry hair, because wet hair usually the strands are a bit thinner, so you determine it when your hair is dry. So if you can easily see your scalp, then you have scarce density, and if you can see some of your scalp, then you have medium density. Then if it is difficult seeing your scalp, then you have high density. For me, I think it's medium, and I'm working so hard to get to the high density. I really want volume and more volume. Yeah. So third is the hair texture. This refers to the thickness of your hair strands. Hair strands is like the individual hair, yeah, the thickness of the hair strand, and it is important to know your hair texture in that it affects your ability to retain length. So to determine your hair texture, you'll compare your hair strand to the size of the thread that you use to sew our clothes. The one tunatumia kushona nguo, that thread, if the thickness is the same as your hair strand, then you have normal texture, which is somewhat resistant to damage and is easy maintaining length. And if it's thicker than that thread, then you have coarse texture, which is tough. It's so resistant to damage and is the easiest maintaining length. Then if it's thinner, then you have fine texture, which is so brittle and so prone to damage. So it's really hard to maintain length. So you'll have to venture into protective styling, tucking in your ends so that you get to achieve the length that you want. So last is the hair type, which is very least important to me, and actually it's the most controversial characteristics, and it's so hilarious that this is the most asked question I usually get when someone wants to get to do my hair. Hi Candy, what is your hair type? And okay, I just answer that, but I usually don't really find it so important because it really does not change much in the natural hair journey. So, what I usually tell someone first is that all curl types are amazing. Whether your curl type is coily, whether it's curly, whether it's wavy, whether it's straight, they are all amazing. So whatever type you are, it does not matter. So we have type 1, type 2, type 3, and type 4. Type 1 is just straight, type 2 is wavy, then type 3 is curly, then type 4 is coily. So for me, my sides are 4B, and on top here I have 4C, I think. So if you really want to know your hair type, I know there are guys who are really extra and would really want to know their hair type, I would advise you shampoo with a product that has bentonite clay. There's the bouquet shampoo bar, it has bentonite clay, and there's the Sar Organics 3-in-1 shampoo. Yes, so you could use either of those. After washing, it will just define your natural curls the way it is. Then you could use the chart and pin it somewhere so that you get to know which type you fall under. Yeah. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you so much for the support you guys are showing me. I had asked for support in the previous video, and guys are really supporting me. Thank you so much. So I hope by the end of this video you've learned how to define your hair type, and I will be waiting at the comment section below for the characteristics that you think your hair has. If you have any questions, I'll be at your service to reply. Thank you guys, and God bless you. Bye.